Hey, good morning. Lisa Marie here. Guess what today is? Today is 10 months for me. 10 months since I had my gastric sleeve surgery. And so much has changed. I mean, so much has changed. And I'm just excited about it, and life is just good, and I still learn something every day, which is just blows my mind, but it's just so awesome. So my tummy is way better than it was on Sunday, way better. However, it still seems a little not right. I can't quite explain it, but it's just not quite right. So I thought, for those of us who are facing possible regain or stalling, or the scale, just isn't quite doing what we wanted to do, doing something called a pouch reset is basically going back all the way to the very beginning and doing clear liquids and then full liquids and then soft foods and pureed foods and so forth. So I figured today I would join you, and I'm going to do full liquids. So I'm going to show you my whole day of full liquids. And mind you, when you first have surgery, and for those of us who it's been a long time and now we've increased our quantity, think back to when you first came home from surgery and what the doctor gave you to do. It was 2 ounces. Two. Not 4, not 6, not whatever. It was 2 ounces of some kind of food, even though it's liquids. My mind had to say it was food. But 2 ounces. So if every hour you're going to have 2 ounces of what you call food, and then all the way in between that, every 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to be sipping your liquid, sipping, so that you can get 4 to 8 ounces of liquids in, 4 ounces in an hour, all day long. You're going to have your required amount of water. If you're going to stretch it a little bit because you're at work or you're driving or doing, life, you're going to try to have a little bit more in there, maybe spaced out a little differently. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing and what I'm having today, give you a couple of helpful hints. Clock is ticking, can't do it super long, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So here we go. Full liquids. Okay. Today, like I told you, is, oh, there's my tea. Sorry. Today, like I told you, is 10 months. And I keep everything in my little bullet journal. I track what I'm having each day. And then at the end of the week, I also do kind of a summary in reflection of how that week went and what I liked, what I didn't like, and then my week coming up. This is last week or before vacation. But what I wanted to show you is here in the back in one of my extra little books. I'll be doing my measurements tonight. I ran out of time this morning. But here is a perfect example of why you do not want to weigh every day. I didn't weigh the Saturday before leaving for vacation. I didn't realize it until after we came home. So my weigh day is Sundays. So Sunday I weighed in, and I'd actually gained 2 pounds from from when we went on vacation. But then, so that was just a couple days ago. Then today is 10 months, and I lost almost all of what I gained from, I don't know how to tell. I lost 0.6 from here, but I'm almost a pound away from being where I was before we went on vacation. But can you see how discouraging this might be if you were to weigh yourself every day? And the only reason why I know this is because yesterday I stepped on the scale And I'd lost all the way back to this. I was 124.0. And then today, look, I was 125.5. So I would be so discouraged if I were weighing every day. So don't do it. Stop it. If you're weighing yourself every day, stop it. It's discouraging. Weigh yourself once a week or even once a month. And there's some people who just can't use the scale at all. And what they're doing, they're only doing measurements and once a month. Not once a week, not once a day, once a month. So don't be so hard on yourself. Break those old bully things that go on in your mind. Okay, so here my day pretty much starts the same every day. Every day I have my 8 ounces of G2 with my probiotic, but because my tummy is still kind of wonky, I did add the apple cider vinegar that does have the mother in it. So it looks like it's bad, but it's not. That's the good stuff. You want the good probiotic or yeast fermenting. You want the good fermented stuff in your tummy. So that was already this morning. And then I'm having my tea, finishing my tea here before leaving for work. And it's just simple Earl Grey tea. I do add the Gene Pro. I do add it to water first and then put it into the hot liquid because then it mixes better for me. I add a tablespoon of coconut oil for a couple reasons. I like it, and it's helping my skin feel, I don't know if you could see it, but you can't really see it. I can feel the difference and I could see the difference. It's not as dry. So that's why I do it. And then I added this amazing sugar-free almond roca because that's what sounded good this morning. So that was morning. That is already 2 full glasses of your 8 for a day. So there's already 2. Now my rest of my day, because I am thinking I'm going to be a little more hungry, eating every hour, and my tummy is kind of trying to let me, I am going to make, I didn't save the label, but this is malto-meal. For some reason, my tummy is still kind of wonky with actual oatmeal, and I don't care for cream of wheat, although this is very close. So I made a half a serving. A full serving, they say, is 3 tablespoons of the malto-meal, and this is 1.5. So 1.5 will go into 1 cup of water, and I'll microwave it for 2 minutes, and that'll be good. Now, helpful hint, start little. If you're gonna add any kind of sweetener or anything to anything, start little, half a teaspoon, because you can always add more sweetener in, but you can't take it out once it's in. And if it's gross and it's too sweet, which happens to a lot of us when we first come home and have surgery, because you've not had sugar this whole time. And now you try to have something that's flavored with sugar and it's so gross, it's so sweet. But I found some amazing brown sugar made by Splenda. So it is a little better for you, and it's not the hard, harsh, full-on sugar. And only because I was wanting that kind of maple brown sugar taste is why I did this. Do not do this your first couple weeks after surgery. No. No extra sugars. No, don't do it. It's not good for you. Tummy will reject it. So I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of this brown sugar, and then either a half a teaspoon of sugar-free syrup or agave, just because it's kind of that maple brown sugar thing. There is 1 meal. Then on full liquids, you're allowed sugar-free pudding. What? Yes, you are. Oh, but 2 ounces. So that's half of this. If you can do it. If you can eat it, great. If you can't finish it, don't finish it. Don't force your tummy to eat the whole thing, especially right out of surgery. Don't do it. It's better to have less and eat more often than to try to stuff yourself and cause pain and maybe even bursting of your staples or stuff. you don't want that. You don't want to end up in the hospital. You just don't want to do it. So you're allowed pudding, you're allowed Jell-O. I did both of these. This I will add some Gene Pro to, so that I can boost up and get some of my protein in there. I probably will add it to this as well. The fun thing about full liquids now is just the variety of things that you get to have, and it's so exciting. So what I did is I got some Progresso soups. For some reason, my tummy liked these better than Campbell's after surgery. Go figure. Before surgery, this was not my favorite. But after surgery, I like Progresso better. So I take this, and then I put it in the NutriBullet and blitz the life out of it. And then go to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, the 99-cent store, even the grocery store, even Walmart now, are carrying these cheesecloths. And you want to strain the soup, yes, after you've blitzed it, strain it through cheesecloth, because you don't want any chunks whatsoever, none. Your tummy is trying to heal still, and you only get one chance at healing properly. So listen to what your doctor tells you, and don't try to rush the process. Don't do it. So spare yourself any pain, spare yourself any troubles, and strain it as best you can. If you have a fine little mesh regular strainer, then that'll work too. I bought these at the dollar store. They came in 2 sizes, so one kind of fits over my cup and one can fit over a bowl. And it's pretty fine. That's pretty fine too. It's going to get out any chunks. So you can use this. If you can't find cheesecloth, use this. So then next in my order of day is Premier Protein. Now these are incredible, and they come in so many flavors, and my tummy loved them prior to surgery, did not like them after surgery. And I was able to drink a whole one prior to surgery, could not drink a whole one for my life after surgery. I was lucky to get 2 ounces, maybe 4 ounces of this in. So if that's you, that's okay too. Again, I have hot cocoa to take, and I'm going to add some of the Premier to that as well. So I'm getting more protein in. A couple hours later, found this amazing thing at the store. I was all excited. Woohoo, look what I'm going to try. And I have already been doing the Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt. But when you're on the full liquids, you can't have chunks of anything in anything. So it needs to be plain. Don't get anything with the fruits and stuff. Hey, babe. It has to be the plain Greek yogurt. So again, you can do the plain Greek yogurt and then add a little agave to it if you want something like that. Add a little Splenda. Add this. Add the stevia drops to give it some little flavor. If in your plain Greek yogurt, that's what I did a lot at first. But you don't want this kind with the chunks. I can have the chunks now, so that's why I'm doing it. But I was all excited. Look, there was this container. They were sitting right next to each other. What do you think? Doesn't it look like it's almost the same company? Yeah, they fooled me. This one is Yoplait, and it's a whip, and I was excited. Woohoo, Dannon's making a whip. I'm going to try it, because I used to love Yoplait's whips, but if you're a girl, you know that yogurts can either help or hurt you in the girly area and cause issues with yeast. And Yoplait, for some reason, is one that my body can't tolerate. It actually causes extra yeast instead of helping fight it. So we'll see. I put it in containers. I did 2 ounces. We'll see how this goes. So I'm taking this as a backup because I'm just not sure how that goes. My other fun trick that I did when I first was on full liquids, when this was my size of everything, and I did not always finish this whole thing, and that's okay, because you're going to eat 6 more times or 7 more times in the day, so who cares if you don't finish it? Just get more later. But I would do cottage cheese, I like the 2%. And then, using my little teaspoon, a half a teaspoon of, oh my gosh, sugar-free flavored Jell-O. The lemon to me is the bomb. It's the best. But I also use the raspberry because it was yummy too. But you take a half a teaspoon and you scoop that in here and stir it all up. And now you have like a lemon souffle type thing. It's amazing. It's incredible. So that's going to be on my menu today as well. And then just for more liquids in my day, you know, I have my trusty Arizona tea and my G2 because I just feel like I'm needing some more electrolytes than plain water. And then I don't have it sitting there to put in my lunch bag, but I'm putting it in my lunch bag now, is my thing of water that I'll have on my way to work. So there's kind of a full day. That's going to be my day today. More soup tonight. Oh, this is the phase where if you have the recipe, maybe I'll try and post it down below, but the recipe for the Sacred Heart soup, oh, amazing. And the same thing, make up the soup, make a batch of it so your family can enjoy it, and then take out 4 ounces or 8 ounces and blitz the life out of it in your blender, your bullet, your food processor, or whatever you're gonna put it in to just blitz the life out of it and make it a creamy, smooth consistency. Then that way you can have it. You kind of got to think anything that could be sucked through a straw is what you can have on full liquids. Don't be doing it through a straw yet. It's too soon. Don't try it. But you got to think it's that consistency, nothing super thick or heavy. Your tummy is still trying to heal, and it needs to be able to go in and go through smoothly to get down into your intestines. So there's a day of full liquids, and it's going to be a crazy day at work because it's the middle of the week and everybody's back. So I'm praying for you. There's a couple of you having surgery this morning. And I'm so excited for you, and then a couple more tomorrow. So have a great day, everybody. I'm praying that you're blessed with success in taking care of your body, listening to your tummy, and getting rid of that bully that's been talking in the back of your head through any of this. And I love ya. Have a great day. Bye.